welcome back to Digimon World DS, and as you can see by the purple symbol there, I'm going to kick Black Agumon's ass. You know, buddy, fuck you. But as you saw with me there briefly, I do have Kodamon and Gatsumon with me, because both those Digimon are two of my more favorite Digimon as well. Gatsumon because he's made of rocks, and Kodamon because I really like his design. So I'm going to use those two as well as Galmon and kick the snot out of this guy.
Well, you know what they say, rock's our best weapon.
They are, especially when you throw them at people.
Oh yeah. Make people, give people concussions from how hard you threw that rock.
Yeah, so you saw a bit of this in the last part, but now, a lot of rookie Digimon will have a new ability, which Galmon actually got when he Digivolved, called Straight Punch, which is an attack that can hit two blocks all at once.
Okay.
The Straight Punch is a move that doesn't use any TP or MP. I'm sorry, but it's also kind of weak. So since there is only the one Agumon here in this fight, I will rely mostly on other moves. Like here's Kodamon's signature move, Flaming Bamboo. The iconic Pepper Breath.
Pepper Breath!
Okay, well now it's gonna die.
Dead.
Yeah, I mean, it's like...
Not yet. Hold on, one more.
Oh God!
Good
Oh,
Lord.
come on! Really?
Yeah.
He's probably got like 1 hit point.
There you go. We got a Sharp Tooth out of that, which is... And Craggle learned Earth Tremor.
Sweet.
So now we beat him and he's gonna be all salty about it. Boo-hoo, fuck you. My Digimon ain't weak, I've been training them up. Don't you watch the cartoon, asshole? It's the relationship between humans and Digimon which is what makes them stronger. It's like,
Even though you yourself are a Digimon, you don't know jack about Digimon. You fucking scrub.
Right, well now that we have beaten Black Agumon, kicking the snot out of him has made us prove to all other Digimon that we are a noble tamer.
Hooray.
So now we have earned the rank of Bronze.
Yes.
Yay! That was kind of underwhelming.
Yeah, really.
Well,
I mean-
we're not exactly at the top just yet.
No, but I mean, it's like, you might as well just superimpose the yay from Monty Python the Holy Grail.
Yay!
It's like, and there was much rejoicing.
But now we're gonna get a new observer too. The Bronze Observer. It's a Torterra.
Torterra.
Nah, it's a Bonwumon. A two-headed turtle with a giant tree on his back. Japanese influence, ladies and gentlemen. So now that we are a Bronze Tamer, he's gonna give us a new a second Digifarm as well.
Sweet.
Now we get to choose. Do we want a Dragon Digimon, a Beast Digifarm, or an Insect Digifarm? I choose Dragon. Because dragons are cool.
Does it matter which one?
Yes. With a dragon Digifarm, any Digimon in that farm will gain more dragon experience above anything else. In fact, they'll exclusively gain dragon experience. It's also a terrible place to put water Digimon and Rockwind Digimon. They'll have a tough time in there.
Okay.
So now we're going to receive our one and only job as a Bronze Tamer in order to get the Silver. Yes, we only have one favor to do for a Bonwumon here. There's a missing boy.
What?
Some guy named Phil. He's a Digimon researcher. He went missing, and it's our job to find him.
What is it with people named Phil going missing? Like, did he fall off a cliff?
Why? What other Phils went missing?
Eternal Sonata?
Oh, right.
Yeah, shithead Phil.
Well, don't worry. This Phil is not a shithead. He's actually a nice guy.
You still got lost.
God, I would laugh so hard if it turned out that he got lost because he fell off of a cliff.
Nah, we'll see. We'll see.
Of course, god damn it. No.
But now, well, first, let's talk to Mr. Guru. We have 874 points. We have a lot of points since we then. So now we can get the 2 cent, which is a weapon for Aquan Digimon. And at 600, which is we've already passed, we'll actually get scan data for a Digimon called Doraemon.
Okay.
So we'll get that later on. Or we'll convert it later on, I should say. So now at 1200 points, we'll get an Ice Robe.
Okay.
We'll achieve for that later. But now what we have to do is, this is where the game kind of gets a little more open-ended. We need to talk to everybody to see if anyone has possibly any insight on how to find Phil. So, pretty much what you're going to want to do, actually, is you want to go to the farm shop first. There's going to be a tamer in here. First, we'll talk to Panchomon. But yeah,
Can I buy your sombrero?
Up on that second level, there's going to be a tamer up there who you talk to, who will proceed the plot. But first, I'm going to get a tiny field, so I can actually feed my Digimon. Also, word of advice: buy a ball, especially if you actually want to use Doraemon properly. Because Doraemon is a Digimon where in order to digivolve it into its better second state as opposed to its suckier, because Doraemon can digivolve into 1 of 3 Digimon, and it's kind of a Digimon that will straight up punish you if you don't properly give it all the experience it needs. It needs 500 Beast experience in order for it to digivolve into its better state. That actually can digivolve further. If you aren't able to get that before it reaches its maximum aptitude, it'll digivolve into a pretty crappy Digimon, and then you won't be able to fix it until you gain the ability to degenerate. Because I forgot to mention, we actually cannot degenerate as of right now. We can only degenerate later on. Right now, once you digivolve a Digimon, it's stuck as it is until later on. Also, I may as well explain Press X2's name, since because it's been a week since the last video, and I'm curious as to anyone who's actually figured it out. So, when I think of Kodamon, he kind of looks like Jason, to be honest, like Jason Voorhees. So press X2. Neither of you have played Heavy Rain, have you?
No.
Fuck my life.
I heard Jason and I'm thinking, what, that serial killer with the hockey mask?
Haven't you at least heard of the meme? You both are terrible internet dwellers.
Jason! Jason!
There you go.
because it was like, wait, that doesn't look like a little kid. What?
Did you put a phonograph in a toilet?
Well, no, I have to remove something to put the phonograph in. The phonograph will help increase holy experience, which is actually what Patamon needs in order to digivolve into Agumon. So I'm putting that there so Patamon can get more holy experience.
Okay. Yeah, because that's what I was like, why are you putting a phonograph in the toilet?
And here's where I show the first example of training. Depending on what goods are in your farm will allow you to train Digimon in certain ways. And as you saw there, training doesn't always work. And that bar that's going up is their stress level. Once that reaches max, you won't be able to train them anymore. And you can bring it down with the brush, which is what the potty's for. However, there's a high chance that it'll fail and actually stress them out even more. Ugh. So you need to be cautious when you do that. So now, in order for Patamon's stress to go down, there are actually items that I can buy from Wizardmon to do that for me, in the form of chocolate, because chocolate's obviously stress reducing. But they're a little pricey, so the best thing to do is just to wait for it to use the bathroom enough times so that its stress goes down enough.
Okay.
But now what I'm gonna do for Krago is, currently the only Digi-evolution that Krago can Digivolve into right now, because it can evolve into 1 of 3 things as well, but the only thing that its aptitude is high enough for is a Digimon that requires a certain amount of Dragon experience as well. So we need to get Gatsumon's Dragon level experience up enough so that it can Digivolve at all.
Okay.
And really something I probably should mention as well. In Data Forest, one of the inhabitants of Data Forest actually does depend on your starter. If you start with Sunamon, Sunamon and Gabumon will appear in Data Forest. But if you were to start with either of the other two, you know, whatever you picked will show up in Data Forest instead. So, if you want a better way to gain Dragon experience, you probably should have actually picked Koromon. So that way Koromon and Agumon will show up in Data Forest. Then you can grind Dragon experience off of them. Whereas if you picked Sunamon, your Data Forest is pretty much an area to grind for beasts.
Okay.
Oh, and something I forgot to mention as well when it comes to favors. Some favors can only be accessed depending on if there's a good in there or not. Like in this case, we have the bathroom, and poor Lombardi is here is out of toilet paper.
Oh.
So we need to go to Draining Peak to get toilet paper.
God damn it.
But on the way, we find a new encounter. Not Patamon. Here he is, Gardramon, champion level mega machine Digimon, and this guy is bulky. As his name implies, he can take hits. Look, they did fucking nothing. He can take hits and he can deal them out decently well too. So you're gonna want to take him down as soon as possible.
I'm trying to recall, like, which season was this? Was this Tamers?
I think Gardramon did first show up in Tamers, actually, yeah. I know for sure Gardramon was the partner Digimon for that kid. What was his name? Was it Kenta? It was one of Tikado's best friends. Like one of the two of them.
I forgot which one, but yeah.
I forget if Kenta was the guy with the visor or the guy with the glasses. I forget.
It's been a while since I've watched Tamers, and to be honest, those two are kind of forgettable.
They're literally there to annoy us.
Well, there goes Patamon.
Yeah. Sorry, Patamon.
But as you can see, Gardramon's not going down without a fight.
Krago, throw more rocks at him. Oh,
luckily, Galmon's really strong, so he was able to take them out pretty easily.
Oh, yeah. He was like the only one of the group that did probably the most damage to the guy.
Well, because he's the most trained right now.
Yeah.
And there's the toilet paper. Just sitting out here in the middle of nowhere.
Don't mind the dirt that's covered all over this toilet paper.
It feels like sandpaper.
It's like, I know, it's like, seriously, it's like, don't wipe your ass with it.
Here's another new encounter. Champion level Aqualamon.
Sandpaper. Oh,
here's Aqualamon. A very fast and very aggressive champion level. He fucking took out Press X2, you fucker.
No!
And he has Tokomon from Minions.
Yep. Luckily I asked him to revive so I can bring him back.
Oh, there we go.
Many of you will probably remember Aqualamon as Hawkmon's champion level form in Season 2.
Yeah, I remember that.
Something I should also probably mention as well, back for Data Forest anyway. After you beat Ogremon, that's when other wild Ogremon, as well as Gabumon or Agumon or Palmon? Yeah, Palmon. That was Mimi's Digimon, right?
Yeah. Palmon, yeah.
Yeah, that's when those will show up in Data Forest, depending on your starter, like I brought up prior. After you beat the boss Ogremon.
Okay.
But now let's give this toilet sandpaper to poor Tokomon. And actually, something you probably failed to notice as well, I did actually expand the capacity of my farm as well. That's why there's 4 Digimon in here now instead of just the 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I noticed that too, yeah.
Let's see if anyone else has... Oh, it's not. But anyway, so... Now, back to the plot at hand of actually finding Phil. talk to Santos, and he brings up how there's a tamer in the farm shop who may know something about Phil. Yeah, so at this point, if you talking to anybody, will pretty much be you asking about Phil. But it's this tamer over here, not her. She just likes Numamon. Her, here we go. Ueno. She brings up Ellie, Phil's little sister. And Ellie has a partner, Beomon. And she's back over at Digi Central. Oh, but first, Doraemon, because I forgot about him.
Oh, yeah.
Exposition. I am really terrible at it. I can't sing either, fuck. Doraemon, little cat gremlin.
Aww.
Doraemon is born!
That is aggressively cute.
Yep, it's a beast and it's aggressive.
So what better way to name him than Nibbles?
Nibbles.
Nah, you should have called him Nibbler.
I should have, but didn't.
Oh, you just my cute little Nibbles.
So this is Puri. This is Ellie's Beomon.
Oh.
So Puri here.
Not Sora's Digimon.
Nope.
No.
So Puri here says that Ellie went off to the forest because she thinks that, Steam Jungle is where she thinks Ellie went to try Steamy Jungle to find Phil. Now, this is where logic doesn't set in correctly. Why would the human go off on her own and leave her? Like, I understand their logic. She left Beomon here in the central just in case Phil came back. But shouldn't have Beomon went to the jungle? At least Beomon could have defended herself.
Beomon is too dangerous for you to go in there for whatever reason. This poor defenseless human.
This little girl, this little girl, her logic is literally like, I understand her logic, but it's flawed. This little girl not only is going into the jungle alone without a Digimon, but is leaving her Digimon to wait for Phil.
It's like, are you wanting to get eaten by these Pokemon?
She has no means of defense. So,
God damn it.
Yeah. So join us next part. We're going to go to Steamy Jungle to go find Ellie. We'll see you all then.
I see you then.